Anointed House of Saints, along with the servants, right? I'm the brother Eliel. We out here to teach so-called Black Hispanics and Native Americans who they are according to the Bible and history, right? A lot of the people out here, whether they are Black, Hispanic, Native American, or devil, right? They're out here for this little honky-tonk concert, right? So, unfortunately, a lot of our people, you know, what I've seen while I've been watching the other brothers teach is a lot of the, you know, homosexual, the interracial relationships, right? No, you straight right there, because he going to be right here. So, he got Jeremiah 8 and 11. You get Zechariah 7, the third one. So, just give me Proverbs 11:21. Whoever got that. Somebody get that. Goodness gracious. All right, look,
I got it.
You get Jeremiah 8.
Proverbs 11:21. Through hand join hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished.
So though y'all got your, you know, your white girls and your white men and all that stuff that's out here, your Black, Hispanic, Native Americans, though y'all join hand in hand with them, and unfortunately it seems a lot of y'all probably didn't see that movie Get Out, right? It was made for a reason, so that y'all get about these interracial relationships, right? Because the scriptures tell us, right? Though hand join in hand, the wicked will not be unpunished, as we just read. It also explains that when it's time for everybody to go amongst their people, right? Those found among them will be thrust through. So those of y'all that are within them relationships and don't get up out of them before that time comes, right? They gonna end up killing y'all. That's just the way it's gonna work, right? It's gonna be a race war in the midst of America. Donald Humpty Dumpty tried to do that the first time, right? They had a plan to kill him. It didn't work. We gonna see what happens now up until the election. But you know, that's the deal, right? If you watch The Simpsons told us they was gonna try to kill Trump. Like a year ago, 2 years ago. You know The Simpsons never wrong. Every time somebody die on The Simpsons, they die in real life, right? They showed Donald Trump getting shot in the ear, and then they showed him in a little, like a couple minutes later in the episode in the casket. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, go ahead. But yeah, like we said, right? Though hand join in hand, the wicked will not be unpunished, right? There's no peace, even though they've tried to put us in that situation. Who got Jeremiah 8 and 11? Y'all gotta stop dropping the script.
Let me get to
Yeah, Jeremiah 8 and 11. It was like that. We were supposed to. You had Zechariah, he had Jeremiah.
Jeremiah 8 and 11. For they have healed the hurt of the daughters of my people slightly, saying, peace, peace, when there is no peace.
And that's what they've done, right? That's what they're going to continue to do. They've healed the hurt of our people, right? A lot of y'all don't like talking to the Israelites because we're going to tell you the honest truth, right? We're going to tell it to you straight. The problem is, a lot of y'all are cool with these so-called white people, right? These damn devils that the Bible speak of, right? The people that have deceived the whole earth, right? They've made Hispanics think that they're from a place that don't exist, Hispania, right? Or they're Latinos or Latinas, another place that don't exist, right? Hey, what's up, brother? You know your nationality? Huh? You don't want to answer. Well, in case you look like a Mexican. Mexicans are the tribe of Issachar according to the Bible. You might want to do some history on that. Montezuma told that to Cortez before he got hit in the back of the head with a rock and that cracker took you guys over and taught you Spanish. Go ahead.
Verse 12. Where there's a shame when they have committed abomination. Nay, they were not all ashamed, neither could they be blessed. Therefore shall they fall among them that fall.
Yeah. Our people that are joined with them, right, that thinking that there's peace right now in this time, y'all are going to be falling with them once it's time for them to fall, right? Once we have this race war like Ezekiel prophesied, Ezekiel 25 and 14, when he says that the Most High is going to take his vengeance among these so-called white people, the Edomites, right, by the hand of his people Jacob, you know what I'm saying, in the land of their captivity, which is America, right, the land of the north. When that happens, our people are going to be in a position to, you know, take them out. And of course, we're going to have to take out the coons too. All you no-beard homosexual niggas out here in Atlanta, y'all gonna die with the crackers, right? That's out here for this honky-tonk concert. Give me Zechariah 7:11.
Zechariah chapter 7 and verse 11.
And we're gonna bring this verse out a lot, right? Because I've watched, well, not all day, but for the time that I've been out here, right? Every brother that's taught I've seen 3 brothers teaching so far, I believe. And every brother that's taught, they've had our people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans walk by and not really give a damn about what it is we were talking about, right? Well, let me tell you that the scriptures explain that situation. What's good, big bro?
Zechariah chapter 7 and verse 11. But they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ears that they should not hear.
Yeah. So our people are pulling away the shoulder, right? They stopped their ears that they won't hear. People have asked them, brothers have asked them all day, yo, what's your nationality? What you know about the Bible? What you know about the Israelites? They say, I don't know, I don't care. Maybe next time. We'll talk about, I'm busy, I gotta go, right? Whatever the excuse is, right? Well, this is what the Most High said for your damn excuse, nigga.
Verse 12. Yeah, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law and the words which the Lord of hosts hath sent in his spirit by the former prophets. Therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts.
That's right. So, give me Deuteronomy chapter 7 and 6, right? I just want to show you guys that our prayer is going to be an abomination, right? So, right now, what I want to show to the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, the reason that we out here, right? What is your true nationality? What is your purpose on earth, right? Why is it that these crackers have given you a fake title, like a color out the crayon box, like black? Or a nation that don't exist, like Africa, America, to call yourself after, right? They got English people, Jewish people, Scottish, Irish. That's what they call themselves, right? They don't call themselves the Ingles or the Irish or the Scots, right? The Welsh. They're Welsh, right? So it's like, who are the real people that come from these lands that were kicked out, right? During these expulsions of the Jews and the Renaissance and all that stuff, right? It's our people. The Bible talks about that. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are supposed to be the people that have the highest nationality on earth, right? Highest position on the planet. And it's biblical, right? The crackers don't want you to read the Old Testament because they don't want you to know what the Most High said about you from the beginning of time. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. Thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
So the Most High has chosen us to be a special people, right? So-called black, Hispanic, and Native American. Why does this sound possessive, right? The Christians and the Catholics, they teach you that the Bible's for everybody, but the Most High, every time he speaks, he's speaking in a possessive tone, like he's only speaking to certain people, right? They teach you about specific possessive words and stuff like that when you're in school, right? They teach you about all that type of stuff. They teach you about suffixes and prefixes, right? All them different things that y'all don't care about and that y'all don't pay attention to now when we speak about nationalities and ethnicities and stuff, right? So,
above all people that are on the face of the earth.
And that's the position that you were supposed to be in, right? So-called black, Hispanic, Native American people were supposed to be how?
Above all people that are on the face of the earth.
So we're supposed to be above all people that were upon the face of the earth, right? Why is it that we're not anymore? Anybody ever thought about that? Huh? Give me 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 54. I will be quick if you got it.
2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 54. And after these are Adam also, whom thou mightest Lord of all creatures. Of him come we all. After all these, Adam also, whom thou mightest Lord of all thy creatures. Of him come we all.
So the Most High made Adam Lord of all the creatures on the earth, right? All the people on the planet really is what it's talking about, right? Of him come all of us, right?
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Also the people who the Most High chose. Because there's specific people on the planet that are chosen, right? They don't teach you this in church because now they make it seem like God chose everybody. But God don't change according to the Bible. So if there's a chosen people from the beginning, there has to be a chosen people now, right? And it ain't the Jewish people. It's the people that they've given a fake nationality. The Bible tells us in Jeremiah 17, verse 4, that the real chosen people would discontinue from the heritage that the Most High gave them, right? So it can't be the Jewish people because they claim that they've had their heritage since before the time of David, right? That they could trace themselves to the time of David, which means they don't fit the prophecy from the book that they're supposed to come from, right? The Bible tells us that they won't get to the land until Jesus comes back, right? But they got to the land in 1948 by way of the Balfour Declaration. Jesus had nothing to do with it. So that proves that they're not the people, right? According to the prophecies that they're supposed to hit. in order to be considered the Israelites or the Jews, right? Go ahead.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou mightest the world for our sakes.
The Most High made this whole Bible for our sakes, right? We'll bring it out a little bit later, but when you go to Sirach chapter 24 verse 23, it explains that this Bible is the book of the heritage for the Israelites. It's not a book of religion for Christians or Catholics, right? It's a book for specific people. It's got their heritage, it's got their culture, their cultural practices, right? The rituals to their God. It's got the history of the people from the beginning, the current, and the end, right? But our people don't look at it like that because our slave master has taken over the book and the understanding of the book, right? So therefore, our people don't understand it. They're now being taught to lean on their own understanding instead of coming to the people that have the understanding of the book, right? The Bible talks about there being 5,000 people or an innumerable number of folks, Israelites, right, that didn't bow the knee to the cracker or Baal or the devil that the Bible speaks of, right? So that means they didn't lose the heritage. And those brothers have taught us what it is that we need to know. Why we're not a color out the crayon box like black, right? Why we're not African Americans, because your mother wasn't big enough to put a foot on Africa and a foot in America when she had you, right? Why the cracker don't got to be English American? He's just from Dakota, right? So our people got to understand that. They've given us false nationalities and fake records to call ourselves from, right? Even when you do your Ancestry.com, when they do it, they get real results. When we do it, we get 18 different places that our mothers came from. We don't even get patriarchal results. They're all mitochondrial, all from the mother, right? Biblically, though, the seed is what makes you a person. You are what your father is, right? If you put a seed in the ground right now, is the type of dirt that's going to pop up, or is it the type of seed that you put in the ground that's going to pop up, right? So the woman's nationality doesn't matter in determining the pedigree of a person. We get that from Numbers chapter 1, verse 18, right? So Second Ezra is explaining to us the beginning of man, right? And the fact that the Most High had a chosen people. But there's a hierarchy, like it said in Deuteronomy, right? Go ahead.
As for the other people,
And the other people, right, that aren't chosen, there's a position for those people as well that unfortunately y'all have, lost. Hold on a second. Hey, don't put your books hold on your books. Don't put them on that. Yeah. Hold on.
as for the other people which come of Adam, thou sayest that they are nothing.
So the Most High said that they are nothing, right? They are nothing to the Most High. These other people, right, that aren't the chosen. If they're not black, Hispanic, and Native American, they are nothing, right? Why does Ezra say that? Isaiah says the same thing, right? In Isaiah chapter 45, verse 15 and 17. He tells you that these people are nothing, right? Didn't the cracker come up with a phrase called good things come in twos and threes, right? Well, the Bible says it more than once, so why don't they believe it true? And why don't they teach it in church on Sunday? Right? Go ahead.
But be like unto spittle.
And, just like our position comes with us being above all people on the face of the earth, their position of nothing also comes with a, situation of them on earth. It's like spit, right? Go ahead.
But be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop of a fallen from a vessel.
And it's likened all of them like the drop that's fallen from a vessel, right? So God don't care about white people, Africans, Arabs, whatever it is. He don't. He only cares about his chosen people, the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American, and the people that descend from them scattered abroad, according to the transatlantic slave trade of the Assyrians, the slave trade of the Medes, the slave trade of the, Ivory Coast, all that type of stuff, right? We could get into it. But that's that on that. So give me Exodus chapter 19, verse 5. Because there's more to the position that so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans had before the white man come and took that position from them, right?
Exodus chapter 19 and verse 5. Now therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant.
The reason they don't teach the law, statutes, and commandments anymore is because they know that once 1/3 of the true children of Israel come back to those laws, right, it's a wrap for America. And they know we're getting closer to that time because World War III is getting closer if they watch the news, right? Within the midst of World War III, America's supposed to fall in an hour. That's how long it's going to take for Putin's nukes to hit you niggas, for, what's his name? Kim Jong-un's nukes to hit you dudes, right? Xi Jinping's nukes to hit you dudes. Saudi Arabia's nukes to hit you, right? It ain't going to take too long for none of that to happen, and you're not going to be able to escape. No matter how long your ditch is that you're going to dig, Don't matter how fast your jet is that you're gonna try to hop on, right? Trans-America, Delta, Southwest, Spirit. It don't matter what type of flight you catch. Only flight you gonna catch in real life is, the real Spirit flight. That's what the Most High gonna put all of you in America, right? And before that happens, it's gonna be a race war. Just so y'all know exactly what the deal is and who that is. It's, in fact, hold what you got. Give me Exodus the book of Ezekiel, chapter 25, verse 14. So we can prove that real quick.
5 and 15.
14 to 25. Ezekiel 14, 25, 14. I said it wrong. Ezekiel 25 and 14. Because we want to go ahead and show that there's going to be a race war and that is biblical, right? The Quran don't talk about this. Because Muhammad wasn't a real prophet. He didn't have no real thing. Why is it that the angel he got his message from was a biblical angel? Why wasn't an angel with a different name? Why wasn't an angel named Alil or something? Yeah, Rahman. Muhammadin. Huh? Serapis. Serekme. Right? Why wasn't one of them? Ashur. Right? Why wasn't an angel with a name that they was used to? Why had to be Gabariala or Gabriel, right? Jibril, as they say, right? Just because you change the pronunciation of the name don't mean to show angel, you duck monkey. It's still ours. Go ahead.
Ezekiel, chapter 25 and 14. And I will lay my vengeance against Edom.
Yeah, Edom. Who's Edom? If anybody out here in Atlanta right now does a Google search on who Edom is, it's going to tell you that it's the so-called white people, right? The cracker, the devil that the Bible speaks of. Why are they the devil? Because devil is just a Latin word that means deceiver, right? They've told you they're the color white. When the sun's out in Atlanta, they turn red, though. Any of them that have a red shirt on or a shirt that resembles the color red, right? Like the girl by the Truist building, they obviously look like they're closer to that than white, right? So our people have to understand that. They've deceived the world. They told you that you're black, which there's no land called that, and that they're white. That's the deception, right? They've told you you're not the children of Israel, and they've replaced the children of Israel with more of their people, which they call Jewish, right? If we call you childish, doesn't mean we're calling you a child or that you act like a child. That's what I mean. They got the suffixes and the prefixes. They taught y'all about it in school, but y'all don't think about that stuff when you're given names to look at, right? So Ezekiel's giving us the prophecy of a race war that's going to happen, right? Something like the NFAC and Donald Humpty Dumpty Trump tried to do last time, right? Go ahead.
And I will lay my vengeance against Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
Yeah, by the hand of our people Israel. Who is that? Who's this people that's going to go against the white man, right? Is it the Jewish people? They're going to go against the people that's protecting them? It can't be them. They don't even have a real army for real. The whole damn Israeli army is Americans and black people from Dimona, which are really Americans, if we're going to get technical. So yeah, that's us, right? Go ahead.
And they shall do in Edom according to my anger.
Right. We're going to do in Edom, right? America's Edom now. We're going to get to do according to the Most High's anger here once the race war starts, right? But you niggas that's cool with these crackers, y'all going to die with them, unfortunately. That's part of the prophecy. Right? Go ahead.
And according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance.
Yeah. Why don't the Christians ever talk about the vengeance of the Most High? Why it's always the love part and pass the plate? Huh? Why they never talk about the negative side of God? They talk about God being love, but what about Exodus 15 and 3 and 15, or 15 and 3, right? Where it says that God is a man of war. Why isn't that we ain't talking about that? Right? We still got wars going on the earth, so you see that stands still, right? Why ain't everybody in love with each other? Why are we all loving these folks, right? Because God isn't really loved the way that you guys are taught. That's something that they taught us here in America so that you black, Hispanic, and Native Americans forgive them for the crap that they did to us, right? But once it's time for you guys to really wake up for real, you're going to remember what the deal is, and that's how it's going to be, right? From that moment on, there's nothing that they're going to be able to do to suppress the minds of so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. Many of us are up already, right? We just haven't been put in a situation to show you guys how woke we are, right? But soon you will see, you so-called white people, right? Ain't gonna be no more country concerts for y'all to go to in a little while, right? It's going to be nothing but death and plagues and famines, big ass locusts, Shalom, brother, that y'all going to have to deal with, right? Plus a bunch of big old angry black, Hispanic, and Native American people. And we know that y'all hate that, of course. Y'all hate face-to-face, hand-to-hand combat, right? You always got to shoot a nigga with a cell phone in his hand instead of, you know, fighting him face-to-face, hand-to-hand, right? So, you know, it's all good. You can drop that. We're going to get back into it. You got Exodus chapter 19? Go ahead.
Exodus chapter 19 and verse 5. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine.
So that's what we're supposed to be, right? That's a precept of Deuteronomy 7 and 6. As the crackers told us, right? Everything good comes in twos and threes. We see that once again, right? The chosen people are supposed to be above all people on the face of the earth. That's why no matter what, even in their little country concerts, they still got to be us, right? All their beats, their rhythms, the way they dress, the way they wear their hair, right? The lands that they took. When we ruled England and we called it Ingle, right? Or Engleland, right? The land of the angels for the angelic sons of Isaac, right? The real children of Israel. And Britain, right? For Hebrew for Britannia, or the children of the covenant, right? When we ruled those lands up until the time of after King James, they didn't even have the brains to change the name of the land, right? When they took Europe from us as a whole, they didn't even change the name of Europe. You know Europa, when you Google it, it's named after a black woman. Ain't no white girl named Europa. It was Europa, Queen Europa was a nigga. She was Phoenician, right? She was a cousin of Hannibal, the guy that they beat and renamed Africa, right? So that's all stuff that y'all gotta learn in history. They didn't even change the names. A lot of y'all last names, you think are slave last names, but they're really names that y'all had when we ruled those lands. A lot of them, right? That's all proof you can read. There's books like Nature Knows No Color Line that explains that. Lost Tribes and Promised Lands. Hebrewisms of the West. Hebrewisms of the East. Hebrewisms of Africa. Hebrewisms of the Caribbean. The Tariq al-Fatash. That's a Dutch book that talks about the slave trade. Who they took into captivity in the 1400s and 1500s, right? They don't teach you about none of this stuff in school because they don't want you to read none of those records on who the chosen people are, right? Who they actually took into captivity. They teach you about Anne Frank in school, but they don't talk to you about what Hitler said and the reason he started the Holocaust. Why he was putting them in ovens and stuff. Because he knew that they was pretending to be niggas.
That's right.
He went and did his research after he saw Jesse Owens win the Olympics. He tells you that in his books, in his memoirs, right? That's when he made that statement to the soldiers that we read earlier, right? About Negroes being the real children of Israel, and if they knew who they were, America wouldn't be able to do what they're doing right now in 2024. But soon, all of that is going to come to an end, right? We're going to explain it. Give me, in fact, drop that. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. Because what we have to understand, right? So-called black, Hispanic, Native American people, as we just read, our position was supposed to be above all people on the face of the earth. There was blessings that came with that. But once we stop listening to the laws of the Most High, start living lawlessly, right? Even in the book of Maccabees, we went after the ways of the heathen, the Greeks, right? Them same Greeks now call themselves Americans, right? Europeans. So, go ahead.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, thou shalt hearken diligently, Salaki, unto the voice thy Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments, which I have commanded thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee high above all nations upon the earth.
Yeah, so our people are supposed to be high above all nations of the earth, right? Not in a low-ass position to be riding a bunch of tiny-ass bikes around Atlanta thinking they're doing something. You know what I'm saying? That's not the position our people are supposed to be in America. We're not supposed to be known in a spectacle for this crap. When we just riding a bunch of little-ass bikes through the city thinking we doing something, right? Go ahead.
You want to go to verse 2?
No, go to verse 15.
Verse 15.
So as you see, our people had blessings that was going to come on us if we were listening and hearkening diligently unto our people, right? Or the voice of the Lord our God. Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, right? Hispanics and Native Americans, after they left the Syrian captivity, they came to America and created one of the biggest and best civilizations that ever existed here, right?
I got one in my pocket.
But who came and destroyed that? The damn devil, the white man, right? And then so-called black people, they did the same thing on the other side of the earth, right? After they lost Israel in 70 AD, they moved to West Africa and created one of the biggest civilizations there. It was called Timbuktu, right? That's where all the crackers get their knowledge from. All the books from Cambridge University, Oxford University, they all come from the libraries of Timbuktu, right? It also happens that we were running the libraries in Cambridge and Oxford too, because we ran those places before they got control of them. Right? Go ahead.
Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments.
I just saw something real neat. My bad, bro. I just saw two Edomites flick each other off as a term of endearment to say hello, right? So it's like, spiritually, they know that they're going to hell. And they tell each other that as a way to say hi. Ain't that something?
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord.
Hey, sisters, y'all know your nationality according to the Bible?
The sisters.
Do y'all care?
But you got a flyer.
Hey, give me that, give me Zechariah 7:11 real quick. The brother that's not reading. Be quick on the sword, please.
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So look, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, Zechariah said something as well. Go ahead.
Zechariah chapter 7 and verse 11. But they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ears that they should not hear. Verse 12. Yeah.
So that's what our people are doing, right? And the book also explains to us that those of you that keep turning your ear, even your prayer will be an abomination, right? So keep walking by and not listening to what's going on. And you're going to keep not getting the things that you want out of life, right? That's how it works.
Verse 15, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and statutes.
So look, the crackers tell us that we can't do his commandments, right? Because they know as soon as the black, Hispanic, and Native Americans start doing it, it puts us in a situation where, damn, now they start losing power, right? They know that. It happened during the slavery. That's what all the revolts were about. It happened in Haiti. That's why they lost control of it. It happened in Jamaica. That's why they lost control of it, right? They had to come out with the, what's that letter that they gave to the slave masters? Willie Lynch letter, right? They had to send that around to try to teach them how to get control of us, because they knew that if they keep passing that Bible out, them niggas gonna be able to take control of the place that they being held in captivity of, right? That's why they're trying to get Trump reelected so bad and put this action for the plan 2025 up in there, right? Because it's supposed to put us in a state where it's gonna be harder for us to give y'all the information like this again, right? They've already started making the free speech thing go away. See what happened to Kyrie? He didn't even say nothing. He just posted a video explaining what we teach, and they took everything from him, right? Kanye West explained what it is that we teach and what he's been learning, right? Because a lot of y'all don't know, Kanye's babysitters is Israelites. The people that live in Kim Kardashian's house that babysit their children and go on all their stuff used to be in our camp, right? They're closely associated with brothers that we know, right? So they get to teach them and talk to them, right? What's the big fat dude that used to be with the Cleveland Cavaliers? That's with the big fat sister that looked like a hippopotamus. Y'all know what I'm talking about? He played for, I think his last name Anthony or his first name Anthony.
Big bro.
Nah, it ain't Carmelo. It's another. It's a big brother. He a center, huh? He played for the Cavaliers when they won the championship. When he was with is it? Who? What's his name? Tristan Thompson. That might be. He's with one of the Kardashians.
Yeah,
Tristan Thompson. There you go. Yeah. Tristan also got to hear the word one time, from what I hear, right? So that's all the stuff that we got to understand. There's people in high places, right? Mike Calloway, Eddie Murphy, Eddie Griffin, right? There's a lot of folks, Jay-Z, that know the truth, but they're not in a position to teach you guys, right? So what America's doing, because of more of the celebrities are waking up, due to us teaching and stuff out here on the corners all over the world every week, right? They're trying to make it so that the free speech ain't really free no more. They don't want us on the corners doing this. And the Bible talks about that. It's called the famine of the word, right?
Right.
There's going to be a point where you're not allowed to bring the Bible out in public anymore. And we see the laws that they got coming out are going to be moving closer and closer to that. If Donald Humpty Dumpty Trump gets in office, that's what's going to happen. And don't think that it won't happen under, what's her name? Kamala fake black girl Harris, right? Because for those of y'all that don't know, that haven't done y'all research on that damn cracker and devil, she's actually not a black Jamaican. She's a Jamaican due to her family being from Jamaica, but she's the great-granddaughter of Hamilton Brown, the richest slave master to ever come from Jamaica. He wasn't a black master either. He was white, right? Her father's adamant on his nationality. They paid him 11 million euros in order to free his slaves that he had in Jamaica. 11 million euros in today's money, right? That was really, really rich back in the 1800s. So that's how much money he got based off the amount of slaves. And Kamala Harris is lying to people telling you she's black.
Right.
She's really a cracker, right? You standing next to a real black woman, no matter if you standing next to damn Steph Curry, she still don't look black. I'm just being real with you. Go ahead. What was you gonna say, Sapar?
I was gonna say the reason why they call her black because you know she in the sorority called Alpha Phi Alpha Black.
They let her in the sorority because she put on her stuff that she's Jamaican.
Right.
She didn't have to put her nationality from Jamaica, right? There's white people from Jamaica too.
Right.
Her dad just looked black because he's got Indian in him. Indians are darker than everybody out here. East Indians, right? So when you do your history on Kamala Harris, she's actually the great-granddaughter of Hamilton Brown, the richest, most vicious slave master in the land of Jamaica, right? The Brown province is named after him. The King province is named after him. And when you do your history research, he had so many slaves that, you know, he was given a total of 11 million euros in today's money to free the amount of slaves that he had. And they're not telling you this history. New York Times put out a post on it. Irish Times put out a post on it. They trying to put the news out in Ireland. What's good, bro? Hey, bro, you got time? Come back around, bro. Come learn something. All right. So, you know, that's just a little bit of history on them. But I want to get this out real quick before I pass the mic or shut it down or whatever, right?
Now you got time?
Nah, just drop that, right? So according to the book of Deuteronomy as we're reading, right, verse 1 explains that our people had a position. If we held true to that position in the laws that Moses gave us, we would keep that position, right? But 15 explains to us that if we didn't, certain curses would come upon us. One of those curses being slavery at the hand of our enemies, right? Another curse being scattered abroad, right, which is what the transatlantic slave trade was. They didn't just pass you around from Africa to Europe and to America in the Caribbean. They took you all over the place, right? After they took you to the Dutch Isles in Scandinavia, the Dutch people and the Scandinavians took you to China, right? From China, they took you to Japan. Then they took you back around to India and all that type of stuff, right? It was a whole system that they don't teach you about in school. Ain't that crazy? First the nigga came around bumping some old school music. Now he's playing the honky tonk jams for the Cracker Jacks out here.
He came from the concert. That we went.
This is crazy. Give me what's that scripture? These damn gnats is getting on my nerves. Give me what's it called? They love the gory Grecians best of all in Maccabees 4.
Yeah, 4:15. 4:15. Second Maccabees 4:15.
Second Maccabees 4:15. Somebody grab that for me right quick. How y'all doing, good old white people? Y'all having a good day today? All praise to the Most High. Y'all know America finna die, right?
Get out, brother. Get out.
Hey, brother, you seen that movie Get Out?
Get out.
You need to watch it again. Stop letting us swing that teacup at your ass. You need to throw it back at him one time. Those found amongst them will be thrust through, brother. So you got to get up out of there. The Bible even tells you to get out in Revelations 18. Come out from out of her, my people. In your case, we talking literally, my brother.
Right.
Don't put nothing in there, white girl, no more. The Bible says you cannot touch anything unclean.
That's right.
And she got blue eyes. You keep looking in those, you might die. Go ahead.
Second Maccabees, chapter 4 and verse 15. Not setting by the honors of their fathers.
So not setting by the honors of your fathers, right? Which we don't have no more because we don't know our true culture, right? They've given us black people, or call out the crayon box, the culture of concerts, right? Walk around Atlanta, buying stuff on the Sabbath day, listening to rap music, eating watermelon, fried chicken, and mac and cheese. right? That's the culture of black and sagging. Oh, and chasing the bag, right? That's the number one thing. You ain't doing that if you ain't doing that, you ain't black, right? And occasional barbecues on Sunday, because can't nobody cook like us either, right? And stupid stuff like riding your motorcycles or your tiny ass bikes or your old school listening to country music, right? That's the type of stuff that they gave us as a culture out here in America. But our people had a culture, right, that we discontinued from. That's what our people got to get back to. But instead, we've loved the glory of the Grecians. Go ahead.
But liking the glory of the Grecians best of all.
Hey, sister, you seen that movie Get Out?
By reason thereof, sore calamity came upon them, for they had them to be their enemies and avengers.
So, our people had their enemies become their avengers, right? What verse you on?
16.
Okay. So,
I want 15. Verse 15. Not seeing by the honors of their fathers.
Like in the Greece and the best of all.
I think what I want is first Maccabees, maybe second Maccabees ain't it.
Which one you talking about?
Yeah, liking the glory of the Grecians, best of all. Is it 17?
That was it.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, I keep reading on it.
Oh, okay, so it's 15. Okay, yeah, I ain't hear that. I thought you only read 6.
Second Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 15. Not setting by the honors of their fathers, by likening the glory of the Grecians best of all.
Right, my bad. So yeah, our people haven't set the honors of their fathers, and they like the glory of the Grecians best of all, right? They like the things that the white folks like. That's why they out here going to these dumbass country concerts like them, right? Even though our people made the country music, we don't have control of it no more, right? We don't got control of rap music. We don't got control of anything in America, because you out here in the land of your captivity to this day, right? Like the book of Baruch says. So our people, so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, got to come out of this, captivity mentally, right? We got to come back to our law, statutes, and commandments that the Most High God gave us, right? If you were Aztec, right, or Inca or Mayan, you got to go back to the culture of those people and learn exactly what it was that Montezuma and the rest of them brothers was teaching your people, right? Why it is that you wore fringes and stuff like that on your ponchos and on your garments, right? Why you had the border of blue that you wore. What culture is that? Where is it written at? It's actually a biblical thing, right? My father's a Comanche, the Munu Tagwapu. Our people go to powwows and they wear the little garments and stuff like that with the fringes on, and a lot of them don't even know where the custom comes from, right? They do the war dances, the eagle dance and the rain dance, but they don't know where those dances come from and where they originated. It didn't come from America, right? So those are things that we have to understand and learn and do the research of. The book of Job, chapter 8, verse 8 tells us to, do a search for your forefathers, right? The history of the people that you come from. You're supposed to learn that, because your slave master took that history from you and the knowledge thereof, so that you don't know who you are and where you're from, right? No, that's it. You ain't got to get it, because I got a couple precepts I want to grab right quick. So, what you holding? Bet. So we're going to get this Habakkuk, right? Because a lot of our people don't know that the Bible actually prophesies the coming downfall of America, right? And that's what our people need to learn, because maybe if y'all heard the downfall come out, y'all would learn to, actually leave the customs that they've given y'all to follow here, right? And actually come back to the Bible. Come back to the heritage that you discontinued from. Hey, what's up, brother? You know your nationality according to the Bible? Do you care? Don't give a damn, huh? All right. Yeah. I was going to tell you, keep walking. The Most High was going to kill you. You see? Had I not talked to you, you would just died, brother. You don't even care to listen. It's crazy, right?
It said stop.
Huh? It say stop, but he didn't stop. If he didn't turn around just that 1 second, that red car would have smacked his ugly ass. Right? That's how it happens, right? So our people are ugly because they ain't got no love for their own people, right? That's facts. Destroyed for a lack of knowledge, right? And smitten, right? With madness, mentally and physically. That's the situation our people are in, right? So give me that Habakkuk chapter 2. Because our people are in that situation out here in Atlanta, this is the coming downfall of the place that you guys are ignoring, right? You can wear your ugly ass designer suits and your little dresses, right? You can go to your honky-tonk concerts. You can smoke your weed out here in Atlanta, right? And go to Hooters, right? Wear your little hoochie daddy shorts and your little Daisy Dukes, right? Go ahead.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth the town with blood.
But the people that built the town with blood, right? The people that built this land off of slavery, off of killing folks, right? The people that get to, kill the chosen people and still get off not guilty, right? As it says in Zechariah, those people are going to die, right? And the Bible talks about that. You know about the coming downfall of America, sir?
I do.
Are you ready for it?
As ready as I can be.
Hey, as ready as he can be. I like that answer. At least he was honest, right? Because can't nobody get ready for that, right? Ain't nothing you can do to brace yourself from a nuclear missile. When Putin get tired of y'all, he gonna start firing, right? Then Kim Jong-un, he gonna jump in, right? Xi Jinping jump in, Saudi Arabia jump in. It's gonna be so many missiles, you can't do nothing about it, right? And then once the missiles hit the buildings, they gonna start falling. All the people that did get hit by the missiles gonna get crushed by little rocks and stuff, right? In this concrete jungle. All your stoplights gonna be bent and stuff like that, right? Ladies on wheelchairs gonna be stuck under them, bent like waffles. You know what I'm saying? It's pretzel sticks and stuff. It's gonna be crazy, man. Coming destruction of the Lord, right? Then your AHOS gonna come to finish everybody off that didn't die, right? He gonna have a red garment because he just killed all y'all people over in the Middle East. He gonna pull up in a chariot, right? That the book of Zechariah talks about is gonna have like a mouth on it. Revelation talks about that too, right? Out that mouth, he gonna be able to spit fire, right? He gonna have other angels he gonna be able to command to kill anybody at will. You know what I'm saying? And the people he gonna start with are the sons of the king's children. Who's that?
Right.
So-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, right? He gonna get to killing y'all first. Once he's done with y'all, then you gonna see white people heads rolling down the streets of Atlanta, Phoenix, Texas, right? Hey, what's up, ma'am? You ready for the coming destruction of America? She said, sure. What you gonna do about it? Do you know how to talk to God? I don't think he's listening to you. Catch me outside. How about that? That's who she remind me of. What's that girl name?
What we got? Same thing? Yeah, we finished that.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establisheth a city by iniquity.
Yeah, y'all know the East Indians gonna die too, right? It's a slavery coming for y'all. Y'all Kamala's other half. Y'all had us in captivity with the Persians and the Medes, right? And the Assyrians, because a lot of Elam was part of the Assyrian kingdom and stuff like that, due to Elam falling to Ashur, right? So a lot of y'all was out there in that captivity too, taking our people and then mixing in with us after we left, right? That's why some people like myself still got a little bit of good hair, because we got that East Indian stuff in us and that Assyrian blood from when they came over here and mixed with us after they dropped us off in America, right? Go ahead.
Verse 13, behold, is it not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity?
Yeah, and that's what's going to happen, right? Our people are working day and night, right? Even their people are working. They all got jobs and they work for themselves, right? Working day and night for vanity, because none of that stuff's going to mean anything once them nukes start flying out here in America, right? And according to the Ezra, right? According to Revelations, only people that are going to survive are the chosen people that have been out here. Hey, what's up, brother? That honk don't mean nothing if you ain't keeping the commandments. You're going to die too. So our people, right, need to understand that as long as they keep following the customs of these crackers out here, right, they're going to be in a situation where there's nothing they can do to save themselves from them nukes either. But those of us that come up out of this place, right, like it says for us to do in Revelation chapter 18, verse 6, right, our people are going to be in a position to live, right? When everybody else is dying and they got a famine going on, right, like y'all was scared of during COVID, that was just a test. The Most High made that test to see how y'all was going to react, right? Now we see a lot of y'all not going to know what to do. All he did was, like the good brother Eli spoke about earlier, all he did was take the damn toilet paper out of Walmart and y'all was tripping. Y'all still had water and food to drink. Y'all was still able to go to Chili's until 11 p.m. and eat a damn quesadilla, right? But you tripping about toilet paper? All you had to do, if it was out at Kroger, was go to Publix. Right? A lot of y'all niggas don't know about BJ's. Go to BJ's. Get a membership, Negro. You know what I'm saying? That's all you had to do. Right? But next time it ain't gonna be like that. Your BJ's membership is gonna not be, it's gonna be irrelevant. Right? That Kroger Plus membership ain't gonna mean nothing because they ain't gonna be delivering toilet paper or Deer Park water bottles. Right? Ain't gonna be nothing left to send you guys. So what's gonna happen then? The only people that are gonna be in a situation, according to Ezra, right? Chapter 2, verse 37 to 40 or 23 to 40, right? We can really read there. We ain't gonna read it, but just to get people the scriptures, right? For them to read on their own time. The only people that are going to survive that are the chosen people, right? The children of Israel that have come back to their law, statutes, and commandments. They're the only ones that are going to have food to eat, right? Water to drink, in a safe place to live. Everybody else going to die, right? What's good, big bro?
Hey, you an Israelite? You an Israelite?
Hey, bro, what you know you an Israelite according to the Bible, my G.
You gotta repent. Where your...
You gotta repent for wearing the damn olive green shoes with a black... No, I'm playing.
Hey,
Big guy in the building.
you Israelite king, you want here to take a flight.
Hey, bro, you look like a Ghettos, man. What tribe you from, bro?
I'm from Judah.
Judah. Damn.
/ Issachar.
All right, shit. Big ass empanada. Okay, got you.
Verse 14, for the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord, as the waters cover the sea. Woe unto him that giveth...
So at some point, right, the Most High is going to fill the knowledge of the world, right? Which is kind of what he's doing now, because some of y'all that listen are going to keep getting this knowledge, right? Until the thing go down. And afterwards, everybody's going to have the knowledge, according to the, children of Israel, that is. And we're going to be disseminating our light to you heathen. As, y'all think we were supposed to have already done.
Verse 15, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also.
And that's what they've done, right? Woe to them, destruction. Because instead of having y'all be, cognizant enough to come out here and listen to the brothers all up and down the street, all over the United States and Africa and Europe, that's doing this stuff all over the place, right? In the Middle East, because we in Saudi Arabia and Turkey and stuff like that now too, right? The world is don't hear this Bible, man. Hey, brother, you know your nationality according to the Bible? Maybe not. Yeah, okay. Snoop line.
That thou mayest look on their nakedness. Thou art filled with shame for glory.
And that's what's happening, right? They've basically given us their wine to drink so that they can look at our nakedness, right? So that they can see us without the law, statutes, commandments. See all that crap that it makes us do, right? When we don't follow the laws that God gave us. We out here sagging our pants, killing each other, right? Listening to music that glorifies that crap. Dating damn ugly ass white girls. That's all type of crap y'all that I've seen today that y'all need to stop doing, right? Go ahead.
Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered.
But the Most High is eventually going to let them drink, right? Of the dregs of their own cup. That their foreskin may be discovered, right? We're not going to be naked no more. We're going to get to cover ourselves with the doctrine of the law, right? And we're going to make them naked as we take them into captivity, as the book of Isaiah and Revelation say, right? Those that led into captivity shall go into captivity. Those that killed with the sword, like they did, Sonia Massey and Philando Castile, Icon Gurley, Michael Brown, right? All them people are going to be killed with the sword.
You got paid for that. That's 150.
Yeah, man.
150. You got paid for that.
Yeah, bro, I hope you give an extra, give him a good tip. Know what I mean? Yeah. That's some messed up stuff. And y'all should clean it up. Y'all should have to clean it up and give him a tip. He a king. He shouldn't need to damn pick up the dregs of your honky tonk concert.
The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee. And shame. Verse 18. What profiteth the graven image that the maker thereof?
Hey, what's up, family? Do y'all know your nationality according to the Bible? Do y'all care? Y'all want to listen?
You got
5 minutes?
You got fun.
If fire don't mean nothing, he might not look at it.
Right.
Right? It's all good. But you know, sometimes you just can't be satisfied with them getting the flyer. They might take it and never look at it. Put it in the car, put it in the little glove compartment, and then they sit there for 6 months, right? So, you know.
What profiteth the graven image that the maker thereof hath graven it? The molten image and a teacher of lies, that the maker of his work trusteth therein to make dumb idols.
Well, actually, give me Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14. Because our people have trusted into their dumb idols, right? One of which being this picture right here, right? Where is that? This one right here, right? Cesare Borgia, who they taught us was Jesus Christ, right? This is the Pope of son of Alexander VI, right? Pope Alexander VI, the son of him, right? Cesare Borgia. His father named Rodrigo Borgia. Wisdom of Solomon, one of the books that they put in the Apocrypha that they took out of the Bible during the Protestant Reformation, explains to us who this white man is that they got you guys thinking of when you pray, right? It's not somebody you're supposed to be thinking of. That's the devil that the Bible speaks of, literally, right? Go ahead and read that.
What verse?
We're going to start at verse 12.
Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 12. For the devising of idols was the beginning of a spiritual fornication, and the inventions of them the corrupt of life.
So the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, right? They have everybody that's considered a Christian or a Catholic in spiritual fornication because y'all think that this damn cracker right here is Jesus, right? When this is a real person. He was born September 13, 1475 in Italy. His father was Rodrigo Borgia, the man that stole the papacy, became Pope Alexander VI, right? His brother was Giovanni Borgia, who was murdered by him. His sister was Lucrezia Borgia, who had a child by him, right? And the crackers have taught you that this is Jesus Christ. During the Renaissance or the rebirth of the white man, they painted him, right? Due to Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo being forced to paint these pictures by his father, Pope Rodrigo, right? And ironically, Wisdom of Solomon explains that very event, which is why they took the Wisdom of Solomon out of the Bible. So we're going to recount it right now, right? To prove that the, devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication. Go ahead. And it's the main reason why these damn devils in America is going to fall, right? At the hands of the nukes and Hamashiach Yahawashah, the black Messiah that they've told you is the name Jesus Christ, right? Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14.
Hey, brother, you ever seen that movie, Get Out? All right. It's a good movie, right?
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 12. For the devising of idols was the beginning of...
He caught the joke. He got it.
Was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the inventions of them the corruption of life.
Yeah. So that's what's happened, right? The invention of these idols. Hey, brother, sister, y'all know who this picture is right here?
Brother, come here, one scripture.
Do y'all care?
One scripture, brother.
The devising of idols has our people in a situation where they don't even want to talk to our people,
They're
right?
going to church Sunday.
For neither were they from...
She was about to say Jesus, but then she realized that's the wrong answer.
For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever.
Yeah, this picture wasn't from the beginning, and it's not going to be once the real Jesus comes back and shows you guys what he looks like, right? Right before he rolls your head down the street.
For by the vainglory of men they entered into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to the end.
Right. So by the vainglory of men they came into the world, right? This particular picture came in by the vainglory of Alexander the Great, the father, by the hands of Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci. Go ahead.
For the father afflicted with untimely mourning.
So there was a father afflicted with untimely mourning, right? This cracker that y'all call Jesus, his dad was mourning because his son was killed, right? Was murdered in the woods and left and stripped butt naked to die. And y'all think the dude is Jesus. Go ahead.
When he had made an image of his child soon taken away.
Hey, Shalom, family. Hey, y'all know y'all Israelites according to the Bible, right? Word, all praise. Hey, what tribe y'all think y'all from, bro? Might be from Dan, okay. Snake ass niggas, I got you. Alright, Shalom.
When he had made an image of his child soon taken away, now honored him as a god, which was then a dead man, and delivered those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices.
So look, our people have delivered ceremonies and sacrifices to Jesus, right? Y'all do Christmas, which is against the Bible. That's the sacrifice that they made, that they put in the Bible for y'all to do to this damn cracker right here that y'all call Jesus, Jesus, right? Jesus Cristo, huh? Jesus Cristo es negro, no blanco, huh? See? Escucha, por favor.
Verse 16. Thus in the process of time, an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as a law.
So over the process of time, they got black, Hispanic, and Native Americans keeping this custom of Christianity and Catholicism as a law, damn near, right? Making them think that that's basically what they're supposed to do according to the Bible and their nationality and their religion. But it's not. It's actually sin, everything that they've been doing.
And graven images were worshipped by the...
I can't show on.
And graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings, whom men could not honor and present because they dealt far off.
Right. Our men couldn't honor these guys because they dealt far off, right? But they still had us, worshiping these images. They used to do something called crusades where they'd bring the image to you if you couldn't come worship it and force you to worship it, right? That's how our brothers, the natives and Hispanics, fell off here in America. They started burning their leaders at the cross, forcing them to, convert. That's how conversion therapy started for the white men, right? It wasn't just something they did to homosexuals. It started with the Native Americans and Hispanics, and they were converting them to Catholicism and Christianity, right? And it was a fire method where they'd burn you on the cross, right? That's where the KKK got the method from when they were burning you niggas during Jim Crow, right? It's the same thing. They called it purification, right? What they don't know is that once the slave war begins, we're going to be purifying them, right? And there's nothing they're going to be able to do about it when we start putting them on their own crosses. I'm going to have a lot of gasoline for you damn crackers. Go ahead.
Verse 17, whom men could not honor in the presence because they dealt far off. They took the counterfeit of the visage from far.
So they took the counterfeit of a visage from a man, right, named Cesare Borgia, who they now call Jesus Christ. They took the counterfeit of his face, right, that was drawn by Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo during the Renaissance period.
And made express images of a king whom they honored.
And made an express image of him, right, who they honored, this son of the Pope.
To the end that they might disfare from forwardness that might flatter him that was absent.
Yeah, that they might try to flatter the man that was absent, right? And continue to worship this image.
As if he was present.
As if he was here because he was dead, right? As I said at the beginning, a father afflicted with untimely mourning commissioned all this to happen. Because the son that he loved so much had been murdered, right? So y'all are literally worshiping a dead man. When you pray, you got this damn devil in your head and he's dead. He's a dead person, right? It's like you thinking of Abraham Lincoln when you pray. It's blasphemous if that sounded when I said that, right? It's what you guys are doing when you think of that dude you think is named Jesus Christ. Right. That's just a name they gave him. You know the letter J was invented in 1524? He died in 1507. His real name wasn't even Jesus when they made the damn picture. How about that? Right? Go ahead.
Verse 18. Also the singular diligence of the artificer did help to set forward the ignorant to more superstition.
Yeah, the diligence of Michelangelo and Leonardo after they were forced to paint this picture at the hands of, Pope Alexander the Great, right? Rodrigo Borgia, Alexander the Sixth. What's up, family? They were commissioned to paint this picture, and they had to make it such a great image that basically resembled Cesare Borgia, right? To make it a thing where all of our people and all of their people even begin to think that this is the man that we call Jesus. This is Hamashiach Yahushua, the Messiah of the world, right? But it's not. It's just a damn dead cracker, right? That was killed by his own people that they have us worshiping.
Verse 19. For he, peradventure willing to please one of the authorities, forced all his skills to make the resemblance of the best fashion.
And they both put in all their skills to make a resemblance that fashioned after Cesare, right? More than anything. Though hand join in hand, the wicked will not be unpunished. Or shoulder on shoulder, it don't matter. Whoop his ass, brother. Yeah, don't let that man get in your face.
Verse 20. And so the multitude of the Lord by the grace of the works took him now for a God.
You heard Albano?
Yeah, we heard Albano. Yeah, we racist here. I heard albino. Hold on, are you white or albino? Are you white or albino, Jimmy?
Yeah, man, get out, man.
I think the white man got you stuck. That's
Get
why
out.
you following him, right? What's Samuel's name in Django?
You a red man. Lack of melanin.
Whatever they name Samuel and Django, that's what I'm gonna call you next time I see you,
Oh,
brother.
Stephen.
Stephen? Oh yeah. I don't want to give you that name. That's a brother's name. We gonna call you Stefan.
Verse 20. And so the multitude of Lord, by the grace of the work, took him now for a god.
Yeah, and that's what y'all have done. Y'all have taken this cracker right here for a god. Kind of like our brother took that white boy right there for. He probably called him Jesus, right? Albino, right? Go ahead. That's it. Go ahead. Neither one of them can walk straight, man. That's crazy. Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Verse 17.
I wonder if they ever fought each other. They probably get drunk and get mad at each other and they gotta make up and stuff. Like, yeah, Forrest Gump and Bubba. That's what happened to them after the movie ended, right?
Verse 19. Woe unto him that saith to the wood, awake, to the dumb stone, arise. It shall teach, behold, it is laid over with gold and silk.
And that's what that brother does every day out here in the streets, man. He wake to that dumb stone that he's walking next to every day, right? But, you know, that's it on that. So, yeah, drop that. Wisdom of Solomon, that's it on that. So, let me see. I'm about to end it out. Give me Deuteronomy 30:7, one of y'all. And somebody else give me... Okay, you give me Revelations 14. Deuteronomy 30:7.
Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies.
So look, everything that the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Americans is going through, our people gonna have to, you know, understand that them curses gonna be put on your enemies, right? Even though you don't think they're your enemies right now. You love these damn crackers, but everything that you guys are going through, they're gonna be going through at some point, right? And those of you that have the mind to come back to your heritage and take your nationality and your position as the people above all people on the face of the earth, y'all are gonna be the ones that get to rule over those people, right? Everybody else is gonna die here because you don't have the strength and the mindset and the fortitude to do so, right? The Most High don't want no effeminate man. And the coon is effeminate, right? You shave your beard, you hate the way that we speak out here on the streets. And that's the situation that the white man's put you guys in mentally, right? After slavery. It was called Willie Lynch. It was called Stockholm Syndrome, right? And a lot of y'all still have that today in 2024. So a lot of these curses that we're going through are going to be put on our enemies. That's what the prophecy says. And y'all got to get ready for seeing that, right? It ain't just going to be us getting killed by the police and the police getting off guilty. Soon it's going to be one of them that gets shot in the face, right? Because the same curses that's happening to us have to go on them. And that prophecy is a curse, right? Zechariah 11:5. The oppressors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. You could march all day long, but it's not going to stop another Sonya Massey from happening. Another one of you niggas going to get shot in the face in a couple months. Because it's prophecy, right? It's going to keep happening because it's something that's supposed to wake y'all up to show you who you are according to the Bible. And if you don't, wake up, you might be the next one to get shot in the head. Unfortunately. It's judgment, right? When the Most High want to take your candle out, he going to do it.
Right.
Only thing that's going to stop it is you coming back to the law, statutes, commandments that you discontinued from. That's that on that, right?
Revelation 14. Just one.
What I want. Yeah, man, you're going to read a little bit. Go ahead.
All right, Revelation.
I hope you read this before. You got to read this clip.
Revelations 14:1.
If you didn't read it before, go back and read it afterwards.
And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on Mount Sinai, and with him 144,000 having his father's name written in their foreheads.
And that's who we hope to be, right? We dare not make ourselves to that number, but that's what we out here trying to do, right? Ain't no Christians in the Christian church trying to be the 144,000. That's why you know it ain't even for them, right? A lot of y'all don't even know what the hell that is. You don't know the type of power that comes with that, right? You've only been taught with the cracker teachers you hear in America, right?
Verse 2, and I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, as the voice...
Hey family, I know your nationality according to the Bible? According to history? Do you know that blacks that color out the crayon box and it's not a place you could catch a Delta flight to? He said God loves everybody. Oh, he ain't ever read the Bible. You ever read Matthew 15:24? You ever read Acts chapter 5 verse 29? You ever read Luke chapter 1 verse 68? You ever heard Amos chapter 3 verse 1? Where does it say God love everybody? What scripture is it? Can you Google it for me and pull it out, please? He said he looked it up. Let's hear it. Hold on. I want to hear it. Because I might, hey, we don't know everything, even though the Bible says we do. The prophets of the Most High know the oracles of God. Hey, don't let your wife do that, because the Bible says that the men of the Lord have to be able to prove all things. She's not a man. She's not allowed to take you.
No, that don't. Nope.
For God so loved the world. The world is everybody.
What does it is? Let's prove that it's not. Let's prove it's not. Somebody put on the sword Psalms 90 and 2.
You the man.
Because she has to understand, right? This black woman right here thinks she's smart. Earth and world are two different worlds, smart woman. The etymology of earth is the whole earth, right? The planet. World is an etymology that means nations. Hebrews 1 tells us that Jesus made the worlds with an S because he created everybody on the planet and every nation on the planet. But God so loved the world only specifies one of those nations, you duck monkey. Go ahead, read that. Psalm 90 and 2.
Psalms chapter 90 and verse 2. Before the mountains were brought forth, or ever thou hast formed the earth and the world, even from everlasting to everlasting, thou art God.
So the Most High formed the earth and the world from everlasting to everlasting, proving that they're two different things. But the white people in Christianity didn't teach your dumb black ass that, right? Okay, go ahead.
Verse 3. Thou turnest man to destruction and saith, return ye children of men.
And that's what we're trying to do, right? He turned your mind to destruction after slavery, got you thinking that world is everybody, when earth is everybody, mankind is everybody, human isn't everybody. Hue means color, man means man, so a human is a man or person of color. White people don't have any color, so therefore they're only a part of mankind, they're not human beings. That's another lie that they've told you, right? Etymology is something niggas need to learn, right? It's just facts that we teaching up here. Go ahead. Oh, that's it on that. So, back to what we was talking about. Revelations.
Revelations verse.
God love everybody. God, John 3:16.
Revelation.
I wish she didn't walk so damn fast. But since she was going to walk away anyway, I was still going to say what I was going to say.
Revelations 14 and verse 2. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping in their harps. Verse 3, and they sung as it was a new song before the throne and before 4 beasts, and the elders with no man could learn that song.
Yeah, we're going to just let y'all hear this, because I know a lot of y'all never read this before, because the Christian church and the Catholic church don't want y'all to know about this. It'll have y'all thinking, well, who are these people that's supposed to go through this part? They the ones that AHOS, who y'all call Jesus Christ, supposed to be giving the crowns to rule the world once he get back here during World War III. A lot of y'all going to be alive for World War III, so you should want to know who the people are that's going to be going through this, right? Go ahead.
But the 144,000 were redeemed from the earth.
But the 144,000 were redeemed from the earth, right? And that's what our people need to understand. We've been redeemed from the earth, but our people aren't in a situation to prove how we've been redeemed, right? A lot of them don't even know about it. You don't even know your nationality and the name of the people that have been redeemed, right? What they're supposed to stand for and what they're supposed to be doing out here on earth.
Right. Verse 4. These are they which are not defiled with women.
What?
Are not defiled with women.
Go ahead.
For they are virgins.
Or men, because a lot of y'all in Atlanta, we know how y'all niggas get down. You can't be defiled with men either, you damn faggots.
They are they who followed the Lamb wherever so he go. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruit unto God and to the Lamb.
That's right. So these were the men that were redeemed among men, being the first fruits, right? We're the people that are with the man who was the first among many brethren, who y'all call Jesus Christ, right? Hamashiach Yahweh, the Messiah of the Black, Hispanic, and Native American. Go ahead.
And in their verse 5, and in their mouth was found no God, for they are without fault before the throne of God. Verse 6, and I saw another angel fly into the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth.
And that's what it was, right? The everlasting gospel was a good news to the Black, Hispanic, Native American people that the situation at the end in America is not going to continue, man. It's something that's going to end soon. But the only people that are going to get to, progress with the thing that comes after the end, right? As the scriptures say, Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of the one that followed. The only people that are going to be able to participate in that new world are the ones that came back to their heritage and it's old, right? Those of y'all that are living as niggas in America, Hispanics and Native Americans in America, y'all are going to die with your slave masters in America. That's the prophecy. Those of you that come back to your nationality and your heritage that they took from you during slavery, you're going to be the ones that get your crown when the Mashiach Yahushua comes back in the midst of World War III, right? Go ahead.
And to every nation and kindred and tongue and people. Verse 7. Saying,
And that, every nation, kindred, tongue, and people, right, is because the Israelites have been scattered amongst every nation, tongue, kindred, and people. According to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. Back in that chapter of the curses, right? So that's what our people got to understand. This is never and never was for everybody. It's only for our people that have been scattered due to the slavery and the slave trade that they put us in, right? Jesus himself said he only came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Ain't none of these crackers from Israel. They only got there in 1948, right? Go ahead.
Verse 7, saying with a loud voice, fear God and give glory to him.
And that's what we're saying. Fear the Most High and give glory to him. Teach your children the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, or they will die with their oppressor. What's up, brother? How you doing? Hey, all right, all right. Hey, it's a good movie I want you to watch, man. It's called Get Out, brother. You need to check it out, my dude.
Get out.
We the producers of it, you know what I mean? We trying to... He look like a brother. He sound like one, too.
That brother, like, he look like a tan Edomite.
Tan Edomite? Well, damn. He got a good-ass tan. He might be Japhet.
Yeah, he might be synthetic.
You know?
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. I thought that cop looked familiar. That's Patrick. Okay. That's good, brother. Yeah. All right.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Big brolic nigga. That was him. That walked by. Yeah. Patrick. I think my mama voted for him back in the day. It's a video you should watch. It's called Death to America.
Yep.
Or one called Push the Damn Button.
Come to a theater near you.
Revelation 14 and verse 7.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
It's another movie you should watch.
Put that on the TikTok.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Verse 9, bro. What you reading?
Verse 9. If any man... Revelation 13 and verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. Verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Hey, brother, you know your nationality according to the Bible?
Bro, just get rid of the person. Yo, I was just talking about that last week.
In
What's
tight
that?
pants.
Are you wearing it? No, you're not
In
wearing
tight
it.
pants. Bro, I never seen a sodomite Northern King, bro.
Now you what? It's millions of them.
Nah, I haven't been to Miami.
There's millions of them.
We went to eat the other day. The dude was standing right next to me.
Yeah, the dude, tacos and tequila. Bro,
Tacos and
this
tequila,
one there,
yeah.
he love niggas. And he just be all
It's-
over
it's
your
the car,
food
too.
and stuff. Yeah, it's a car.
He blocks you out and then blocks you.
That's his favorite restaurant. This brother right here.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
That's what we waiting on, right? And that's why I'm gonna end it. So-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, when you get your real spirit, man, that Holy Spirit that y'all all think y'all have, the faith and patience of the saints that you're gonna be waiting on is that the slave master that y'all love so much goes into captivity.
Right.
That the people that keep killing you with the sword, like that cop that shot your sister on live television and stuff that they've been showing you, right? That them people get killed with the sword. I don't hope he gets locked up. I hope he gets shot in the face. Or that he gets stabbed in the face while he's locked up. 2 times.
3 times.
Yeah, both eyes and the forehead. Make a triangle, a pyramid. Yeah. So that's what I want, right? Meditate on the kingdom. If I don't get to see it, I pray that one of us get him in the kingdom and we get to take both his eyes out and put a knife through his forehead. And then bring him back to life and do it again every Friday. Right before the Shabbat. Yeah. He might not have no kids. He look like a young dude. I think he was like 25 or something. But anyway, that's all I got, man. Brother Eliel, known as the Saints, Shalom.
Whoa. Come.